The face of the mystery has been revealed. The man who froze an entire campus with a single shot now has a name: Tyler Robinson, 22 years old. His identity has just been confirmed, ending a nationwide manhunt that gripped the country for 2 tense days. But behind the name, behind the ordinary appearance of a young man, lies a path that led to one of the most shocking political assassinations in recent memory. Tyler Robinson lived in Washington County, in the southwest corner of Utah, just 3 hours from the Utah Valley University campus, where Charlie Kirk's life was cut short. To those around him, Robinson looked like any other young man. But in recent years, family members noticed a shift. He had grown more political, his conversations filled with opinions about public figures, and especially about Charlie Kirk. Around the dinner table, he openly voiced his disdain, calling Kirk a man full of hate and someone who spread division. Days before September 10th, he even mentioned Kirk's upcoming visit to the university. At the time, his relatives thought these were just words. They didn't realize a deadly plan was already forming. On the morning of the shooting, Robinson left his home driving a gray Dodge Challenger. Surveillance cameras captured him arriving on campus at 8:29 a.m., wearing a plain maroon t-shirt, light shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and pale sneakers. Nothing remarkable, except for what he carried with him: a high-powered Mauser .3006 bolt-action rifle, fitted with a scope. Investigators would later discover chilling details about that weapon and its ammunition. Robinson had engraved messages onto the bullets themselves. Some carried aggressive political statements. Others were crude, mocking taunts. One read, "Hey fascist, catch." Another, "If you read this, you are gay." Still another bore the words of the protest anthem, "Bella Ciao." These engravings paint a disturbing picture of his mindset, not just the intent to kill, but the desire to send a message, to turn violence into some twisted form of expression. At 12:23 p.m., everything changed. Robinson positioned himself on top of a campus building, more than 200 yards away from the stage where Charlie Kirk was speaking before a crowd of students. He fired a single, precise shot. In an instant, panic swept across the plaza. Screams erupted, people scattered, and a place of open debate became a scene of horror. While chaos unfolded below, Robinson made his escape. He abandoned the rifle, wrapped in a dark towel, in a wooded area near campus. Then he slipped through the trees, returned to his Challenger, and drove south toward home. For hours, his identity remained a mystery. But at home, his family was piecing it together. The FBI released surveillance images, and Robinson's relatives recognized him almost immediately. The clothes, the posture, the face. They confronted him. He didn't openly confess, but he didn't deny it either. His words and silence told them enough. And then came the impossible choice: to protect him or to do the right thing. With the help of a friend, some say even a pastor, the family brought him to law enforcement. In the early morning hours of September 12th, Tyler Robinson was arrested. He was still wearing clothing consistent with the surveillance images from Utah Valley University. The evidence was overwhelming. The abandoned rifle, his Discord conversations about acquiring a scoped rifle and engraving bullets, messages on his phone describing where he had stashed the weapon, even plans about changing outfits. Piece by piece, the story fit together. In just 33 hours, investigators had identified, tracked, and captured the man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk. Utah's governor, Spencer Cox, announced this will be pursued as a death penalty case. Tyler Robinson, once just another unknown young man, is now at the center of a case that has shaken the nation. His growing political obsession, once confined to conversations at the dinner table, spilled over into violence that claimed a life and stunned America. His family's courage in turning him in may have brought some closure, but one question still lingers. How did a 22-year-old come to believe that a single bullet was the only answer?